So, earlier today we received the Hazbin Hotel teaser trailer and the announcement that we'll be getting 2 seasons of the show on Amazon Prime Video. I have a video dedicated to discussing that, which I'll have linked below if you haven't watched it yet. But during the trailer we saw various clips from the show, some of which have some interesting secrets you may have missed. In this video I'm going to deconstruct the trailer, show you all the references, and do a bit of theorizing surrounding what is going on in these clips. So right at the very start we see Charlie and Vaggie dancing. I think this scene happens early into the show, but it happens after Husk arrives, since we can see his bar on the left and it gets teleported in once Alistair summons him. On the wall in his bar we can see a light up sign advertising Beelzejuice, a subtle nod to Beelzebub and Helva Boss episode 8. The next sequence shows some of Serpentius' egg minions messing around. Two of them accidentally fire a laser weapon and they're sitting on top of some boxes. I think this clip happens when Charlie and the gang are moving Serpentius into the hotel. He's probably one of the first sinners to join in the hope of getting rehabilitated, alongside Angel Dust. So this could be the first episode, or episode 3. Next we see Alistair messing with Husk. Alistair's neck twists around creepily. This scene probably happens in the first episode once Alistair summons in Husk to help with the hotel. Next we see Angel Dust performing a song. This was something that was teased in an early sneak peek, but it looks like there's a dedicated area in the hotel for Angel Dust to perform. He has 2 backup dancers. In the next sequence we see Alistair snap his fingers. You have to watch closely, but the room is quite dark, and once he clicks his fingers the lights turn on and it's bright. This is because he uses demonic magic to light the room. We can see the demonic symbols float alongside him, along with a touch of green magic. This reminds me a lot of what Alistair did in the pilot, so it seems he'll do the same spellcasting and voodoo trickery that he did previously. In the next shot we see Lucifer looking at the hotel. The hotel is dark, so it appears to be in the same scene as Alistair's. He has some sort of fire in his hand. My theory is that Lucifer stops by the hotel to see how it's doing. Perhaps the rest of the cast are out doing stuff, and the only person left is Alistair. So we see Alistair meet Lucifer and he'll escort him around the hotel. This is probably episode 5. The next sequence shows Alistair and Vox. Alistair looks to be performing a song, and he does some magic to move Vox around on the background. This probably takes place in episode 2. Next we see a flashback where Lilith is carrying a young Charlie. So it appears that in Hazbin it'll be like Helva Boss, where we receive flashbacks to see how characters developed over time. You might have missed this on your first viewing, but if you look closely you can see a crown on Charlie's head. It'll be interesting to see how Charlie's duties as a princess impact her role in the show. We see Adam smash a light. Lute is in the background and she has some blood on her outfit. This probably takes place in episode 6. We see Charlie inviting someone. I'm not sure what episode this takes place in or who she's inviting. We see Husk and Angel Dust out on the street. It looks like they're holding hands, so there's a chance that Husker Dust will become canon in the full show. Next is Vox laughing. There's electricity swirling around him and several screens in the background. This is probably from episode 2. The next shot is really interesting. So we can see a group of overlords meeting to discuss the effects of the extermination on Hell. From left to right we have Rosie, Alistair. I don't think this doctor character is named yet, but she was in the pilot. Beside her is Velvet. The spider overlord is called Zestial. Beside him is Carmilla Carmine. The character beside her isn't named, but I think she's the new design of the one that was also in the pilot. I don't think the Skull Overlord is named. And lastly, the dinosaur-looking character is called Missy Zilla. I'm not sure when this episode will take place, but likely after the extermination, as the Overlords create a plan to fight off Adam, Lute, and the other exterminators. I think it's really interesting that the rest of the Overlords are finally getting some scenes, because they all looked awesome in the pilot. The next shot shows most of the cast in the hotel, and at the very end we see Charlie and Angel Dust waving. There was also one bonus scene which shows Vaggie outside of the hotel. This was only visible on the Instagram trailer for Hazbin Hotel. So overall I'm super excited. The trailer revealed a bunch of cool details and I'm especially excited for the Overlord episode. The trailer hinted a lot of sequences but didn't outright spoil the show like some other trailers do, which I'm happy about. If you agree with my theories or have any of your own, let me know in the comments section down below. Thanks for watching.